It was a cold, hard night in the Brooklyn streets. Something was up, and I was on my way over to Tommy's house to figure out what was going on. Something wasn't quite right. I called him, texted him, reached him any way I could. No answer. As I walk up to his door, I notice his door open a little bit too wide. Usually he's got it open, but not propped this far. Let's see what's going on next. Hey, Tommy, you in there?
I knew he was coming in. And I knew he was calling and texting me too. But I lied to him. I told him I was watching The Sopranos. What I really wanted to tell him, it's gonna leave a shock on his face forever. Oh, Sal, didn't notice you coming. Sorry, I was finishing The Sopranos. Yeah, take a seat. Over here.
As I walked towards the couch to take a seat, I noticed that he was a little clammy. All sweaty inside, too. A little bit of a tuck underneath his jacket as well. I usually never looked out for Tommy like that. But something today told me to keep one eye open. Yeah, Tommy, I've been texting and calling you all day. What's been going on? I thought we were friends.
Oh yeah, we're friends. Which doesn't make sense what he did to me earlier. And I'm about to call him out for it right now. Sal, you got it all wrong. I was watching The Sopranos, season 5, you'll never miss it. But you know what's funny, Sal? I've been on Instagram today and I noticed something a little odd, a little strange.
What's something a little strange, huh?
Yeah. I noticed you didn't like my last post. Why is that?
I started to feel the sweat bead off my forehead. I thought he was on to me. I never thought this day would come to fruition. I was on Instagram that day, but I didn't want him to know. I didn't want anyone to know. I just wanted to be left alone. Left alone to my own devices. I'm not sure if I could ever come back from this. Tommy, I didn't see your post, I swear, man. I didn't see it.
I knew he was lying. Because he's only following 2 people, and it's me and his Mars. Sal. I don't like liars, you know that, Sal. Now, let me tell you something. I'm very upset. I feel very disrespected, Sal.
Tommy, you know I would never.
Shut the fuck up, Sal. I've been wanting to do this for years. And I pulled a gun, pointed at Sal's head. Sal's looking really nervous.
I knew he was going to point a gun at me today. That's why I had a little trick up my sleeve. A little trick that he would never knew would happen in a million years. I did something so wild, so crazy, they would have never guessed it. I slapped the gun up. And the gun flies in through the air. I catch the gun. Looks like you're on the wrong end of the business now, Tommy.
Sal. Holy shit, how the fuck did he do that? It looked like Sal was from the Matrix or something. I didn't see that in The Sopranos. Sal! You know I wasn't gonna shoot you. Why don't you just say you give me back the gun and we could talk like real men?
Give him back the gun, huh? He thought I'd fall for that old trick. He used to get me all the time with that. Give him the gun this, give him the gun that. Well, guess what? He won't get me with that today. The only thing that he could possibly get me with today is if there was something over there and I had to look at it.
Hey, but Sal, what's over there?
Huh?
I smacked the gun out of Sal's hand, flew over, now I grabbed the gun, pointed it back to his head. Sal. The oldest trick in the book, you still fell for it, huh?
I didn't know what I was thinking. I knew that this was the end of the road for me. All my tricks were up. This dog would finally come to his end. Tommy, looks like you got me. Guess I'm gonna have to bow down to you on this one. Go ahead and pull the trigger. I dare you.
Sal was playing some kind of sick trick on me. He really thought I was gonna pull the trigger. He really thought I was a sick son of a bitch. You know what, Sal? I'll let you off easy. Just like my posts on Instagram, and I'll let you walk out of here.
And right as he was about to pull the trigger, or not pull the trigger, I wasn't sure what he was gonna do. I pulled out a tiny gun out of my waist, and I shot him. I didn't realize he was gonna let me go. But it turns out I lost two things that day. I lost a best friend, and I lost a friend on Instagram.
Sal!
Tommy, I'm sorry.
No, I respect you more as a man now. Make sure you like my post.
I like every post from the grave here on out, Tommy. I like everything. No!
And welcome back to This Isn't Us Podcast, Episode 3. I'm your host, Mason Lyman.
And I'm Shawn Roe, and this is going to be a crazy episode. We had a pretty good skit to start off the show that time. What do you think about that, Mason?
Shawn, I really love the LA noir type skit. I feel like we should do more of it, to be honest. It adds a good comedy to our podcast. But Shawn, Episode 3, how are we feeling today? How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. I like the, I agree. I like the film noir thing. You know, obviously that was inspired by a TV show. What was the TV show called again?
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
Colin Mockery, you know.
Ryan fucking
Stiles.
Stiles.
Wayne Brady.
And
Drew
Carey?
Drew Carey, there you go.
Yeah,
Drew
there we
Carey,
go.
yeah.
Always-
I think the whole style of the film noir, there's so many possibilities with what you can do with like top end and bottom end. You can make it the whole entire skit funny, or you can make just the premise of the skit funny, which would turn the entire thing into a funny skit anyway. So I think it's comedy gold.
It's comedy gold, and it's also a dangerous thing to do because we could have gone hours doing this. We had to come to a stop at some point, but it turned out good.
Yeah, I think that we had a specific amount of time leveled out for it, and we still went past that. We said we were going to do 3-4 minutes of it. We ended up doing almost 7 minutes for you guys.
We were having fun. What can you say, huh?
Hey, forget about it, huh?
No, but how's your weekend been? How's things going?
It was good. We doing a little bit of selling, you know, in sales. You know me, doing my thing,
doing sales,
getting sturdy.
Gonna start with it. Nothing major happened, or
No, I think just like watching the news, you know, chilling at the house, you know, the typical stuff, you know, writing
shit. Yeah.
What about you? How what did you do this weekend?
You know, I just been sitting a lot, doing a lot of sitting. Very sore from the gym. Of course.
Like how's your bottom from sitting?
You know, I could do better. I feel like my glutes are just out of control right now. I have really strong glutes. I can
see them from here, so yeah.
I mean, if you could see me in like real life, like any ladies out there see me in real life, you'll probably know like my glutes are top tier stuff.
Top tier glutes.
But yeah, we got a lot for this episode. Not gonna lie, we did have some audio issues, so it's kind of late here. So
yeah, so we might not drop the cast until maybe tomorrow night or something. It depends on if we finish the full recording right now of this, or if it's gonna roll into tomorrow. But we guess what? We fixed them. Fixed the audio issue.
Because we like that, dude. We're like that. We fixed it for you guys. So, like, I don't know, maybe a thank you is in order.
Just one thank you, like all the time and effort that we put into this.
Jesus Christ.
It's kind of getting disrespectful at this point.
Right. And
so what are you thinking about for the skits this week? I mean, obviously we did the film noir skit already. How are you feeling about the lineup that we have this week?
I feel like we have a good lineup because with the skits we're doing, it's going to lead off to our conversations, and I feel like that's a good way to start to do a podcast. You know, we want you guys to have fun, and we want you guys to listen to what the fuck we got to say. So, I mean, what do you think?
I think, I think last week and the week before that, the premise was good, obviously, the skits and all that stuff, but I feel like the conversations that we were having were kind of off trail.
Right.
So I think sticking to the conversations of the skits that we're talking about will keep everybody on track, and it might be a little bit easier of a listen.
Oh, I feel it too. I mean, what do you say? Should we start off with our first segment?
Let's get right into it. Hey there, I'm Doug Clickster, 6-time All-Star, 5-time three-point champion, and 2-time Player of the Year.
Awesome, Doug Clickster.
You kids want to see me shoot a three-point shooter?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we want to see the three-point shooter.
Here we are, kids. Here we go. Hey, give that back.
Okay, yeah, no, first shot. Of course you didn't make it.
Okay. Just a little bit short. Hey, one more. Give that back here.
Okay, here.
God damn it!
Jesus Christ, you suck.
Fuck!
Wow. What is
Give me the ball. One more time.
Okay, here.
Okay.
Oh my.
Son of a... I don't even know why we play this anymore.
Jesus Christ, you suck.
I'm done. I do these schools. I do this all the time.
Wow, okay, we're gonna have to cut that a little soon. Doug Cleister, everybody. Is that his name? Doug?
I'm not sure, but all I know is he was really good, but that was a long time ago.
You know what, Sean? Speaking of basketball, Sean and I have been on a basketball reign of terror lately. Honestly, Sean, I feel like us as a duo for basketball, we're unbeatable.
Yeah, I'm not sure of many people who can stop us, and if you do want to challenge us to a 2v2, we have open tryouts.
And I feel like we won money before, but doing a 2v2 before, Sean. It's nothing new here. We're goated with the fucking sauce. But
yeah, so it's not just the fact that we grew up playing ball together, but it's the fact that of our physical size and our sheer ability to put a dribble move down and a post move down.
It's unstoppable. It's literally Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, fucking Miami, Shaquille O'Neal. We're on that list.
Yeah.
But Sean, have you ever heard of a WNBA player, Aja Wilson?
Oh yeah, yes. Okay, Aja. Okay.
Aja Wilson.
I think it's Aja. Yeah,
you know,
but I mean, potato.
Right, potato.
Yeah.
Anyway, have you heard her recently saying that she beat Josh Hart in a 1v1 tournament?
Yeah. So do you think she was serious, or
that's the thing, because I really think that she's serious about it, that she could be an NBA player, a New York Knicks NBA player in a 1v1 basketball game.
And not just any player. I mean, we're talking about a guy who's possibly 6th man of the year. He's not even, I think he's probably top 100 players in the NBA right now.
Yeah,
so
what is he averaging, you think? What is
I'm guessing, if I had to put a guess on it, I'm going to guess that he's averaging probably 18, 6, and 3.
Right.
Like, he seems like a solid Josh Hart, right? So 18,
Josh
6,
Hart,
and 3
yeah.
guy. Yeah. I mean, all those guys, they played at the same college together, and him and Jalen Brunson, and I mean, they got a good thing going on in New York.
You know, and it really makes me think, you know, if she really thinks that, do you think he could be a WNBA player in a 1v1?
Like any WNBA player, or a WNBA player?
I'll say a WNBA player.
I think I could be a WNBA player because most of them are small.
Right.
You know, just off of size alone, I think I could take them.
Do you have anyone in mind, or do you even know any? I don't.
No.
No, fair enough. All right. Well, next question then. What about an NBA player?
I'll be honest, man. I couldn't beat the worst NBA player in the league.
Man, I feel like, honestly, dude, and you know what, hot take, I feel like I could beat Kyrie Irving in a 1v1. I feel like I could beat him in a 1v1 basketball tournament because let me tell you why. Yeah, sure, he has handles. All right, he can move down the post.
Moves down the post.
But what he doesn't have, he doesn't have heart. All right,
Ooh.
and I got fucking heart.
He doesn't have dedication either.
And he doesn't know that I'm going to nut tap him any chance I get. You know what I mean? I'm going to nut tap him. I'm going to play dirty. Of course, I'm going to play dirty. I guess an NBA player.
3 dribbles max, right?
3 dribbles. Of course, 3 dribbles max.
Okay. No rebounding.
One possession.
Yes.
So does that change your mind or anything? Or
I mean, no.
No?
No.
Not even with 3 dribbles.
I'm not sure if I could. I mean, I can't make a move on those guys. It's my opinion. Like, I can make a move on people around here, and because, they're scrubs and stuff.
Right,
but,
of course.
But NBA players, man, they're going to see it coming before I even make a move.
I don't know, Sean. I feel like you could definitely take. All right, let's say like.
What about do I got 6 weeks of training?
I'll do you one better. You got 12 weeks.
Oh my gosh, I might be able to beat a couple guys then.
Right,
You give me
that's what I'm
12
saying.
weeks of training with like LeBron.
Ooh, you're training LeBron, or you gonna 1v1 LeBron?
I'm going to train with LeBron.
Jesus Christ, you gotta. Now LeBron James, I can't touch him. You know what I mean?
No, not many people can though.
No.
I mean, big guys you got a problem with. It's really the small guys that we're going to be okay with. With 3 dribbles, yeah, they can get around you, but how far are they going with 3 dribbles?
And the thing is too with me, I'm so tired of like I'm so sick of it too. I always have like a winning mentality. So if I 1v1 against LeBron, of course I'm gonna think I'm gonna win.
Yeah, because whenever I'm on the court, I get so mad when we don't win.
Right.
Or I mean, that doesn't happen often. Let me be honest with you. But
it doesn't really happen often.
But when we come close to not winning, I mean, you can see the seriousness in our faces, even though it's just a fun game.
No, I see the fire in your eyes, and I know, yeah, I'm gonna pass you the rock because you're gonna fucking make that shit. And and then we turn out, we win, and we keep winning because we're like that.
You see the fire in my eyes? I see the fire in your heart. Every time I see you get the ball, you got that Jason Tatum shot, bro.
Dude, I know. I mean, I'm a Celtics fan. I feel like it matches me. You know what I mean? I gotta have that shot.
What's your? You got a favorite Celtic of all time?
I would have to say Rajon Rondo.
Okay, that's respectable. Actually,
he really got me into basketball. Because I was a Celtics fan, but I wasn't as much as a Celtics fan as I am now. But when I watched like Rajon Rondo, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, when I watched them on TV, I'm like, yo, this is the team, man.
Right. And shout out Rajon Rondo.
Shout him out too, because he's working with the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
He's like assisting them and shit.
I think so, yeah. I also my wife got a dog and we named him Rondo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, shout out Rondo in 2 ways.
Shout out Rondo.
I think you were directly involved in that, actually.
Yeah,
I think you were like, hey, Rondo?
I said the name first. Shout out to me too.
Right, shout out you for giving my dog a basketball name.
Yeah. I think it's a very fitting name too to have.
I was gonna try to go with LeBron because my love for LeBron, but we already had a goat named LeBron.
Right.
So I can't have 2 animals named
you can't
LeBron.
have 2 animals named LeBron. And literally, there's a goat. You have a goat named LeBron.
Named LeBron James.
Yeah, but
it was a female, by the way. It was a female goat.
Yeah, what happened? Is that female still around?
That's a dead goat, man.
It's a dead goat. Yeah,
it's a dead goat right now.
Rest in peace, LeBron.
R.I.P. LeBron.
Not the actual LeBron. LeBron's still
the GOAT LeBron, which
the GOAT.
is both of them. We're getting confused here.
Right. Just what? Never mind that. Sean, if you had a starting 5, what would your starting 5 be?
We talking what kind of starting 5? All time starting 5?
All
like
time
any generation?
5, any generation starting 5. Your starting 5. What would it be?
Starting 5. People are going to hate me right off the bat because I'm not going to go with Steph Curry at my point guard. I'm going to go with Allen Iverson.
Okay.
At my point guard. Philadelphia, Allen Iverson. Primetime Allen Iverson. Number 2 for me, I'm going with Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bean Bryant. The boy. The man, the myth, the legend. The Mamba. Yeah, people are controversial about this too because I'm not going with Michael Jordan at my shooting guard, but whatever. It's my list, not yours. So get over it. At number 3, I got power forward LeBron James. I mean, who's not putting him on your top 5 list? At number 4, you got to go with one of the best of all time to do it at the power forward position, Tim Duncan. 5 championships with the Spurs, single-handedly probably the reason why. And then at number 5, there's 2 ways I can go about this, but I'm not going to disrespect one of the greatest of all time, and I'm going to go with Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, baby.
At the number 5. I think that's a pretty decent lineup. Obviously, there's ways that we can improve certain things, but I think with that team, if they are all in their prime, there's not many people who are going to fight that.
Right.
What do you got for your top 5?
You know what? My number 1, and this is a surprise because you'll never hear me talk about this player because I hate this team so much. But number 1, I want to say Steph Curry.
Okay.
Because I feel like he needs his recognition, dude. He is the best. I think hands down, probably one of the best point guards in today's NBA right now.
100% the greatest shooter of all time, but he's very close and probably is the best point guard of all time. So that's respectable. I agree.
Number 2, I have to give it to my boy Jason Tatum. I have to give Jason Tatum its number 2 spot.
Okay, already.
Number 3, you can't have Jason Tatum and not have Jaylen Brown on that motherfucker. Come on. I'm a Celtics fan, by the way. No, this is where things really switch up. I have to have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, but motherfucker, I have to put LeBron James in there. I have to have LeBron James.
Jason Tatum and LeBron James on the same team.
It's also a
would
good
be
duo,
wild.
too. It's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
At my number 5 spot, I'm going to give it to, you already said Shaquille O'Neal.
My second that I was going to go with personally, because I'm a Houston Rockets fan, was Hakeem Olajuwon.
Right.
Won us a championship in 94. Obviously Yao Ming is also really close to me because I like the Asian culture.
You know what's crazy? I was just going to say Yao Ming.
Yao Ming's like Shaq's alter ego. Like that's like their yin and yang type shit.
Yeah, I'm going to say Yao Ming for my 5th one.
I like that. I like Yao Ming.
Now, is it a good team? Is it going to be the top team to compete against, the hottest team out there? Let me just say the Celtics. Will that team beat the Celtics now? Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah,
I'd say so.
You know what? But I think that'll be my top 5. But again, this is just a little segment I wanted to do because I want people to know that we ball up and we'll fucking ball up anybody that comes across us. Just, you know what? Take it easy on us, huh?
Yeah, because we have our opinions on things, but we're not set in our ways. I can change my mind any day.
Yeah, if you call us out in public too, we'll fucking lie. We'll be like, you're a fucking liar. We don't know how to play basketball at all.
I'll deny my starting 5 allegations completely. If you say that I put Allen Iverson at my 1, I'll lie. I'll be like, I never made a list.
Yeah, so don't actually. You know what? Never mind. Don't 2v2 us. Don't even talk to us about basketball ever.
You know what? Just forget we said anything about this. Let's just cut this whole segment.
Yeah, let's cut it. Let's
just start editing right now. We're in a popular downtown coffee shop, folks. Seems like a normal day, but is it really? Hidden cameras are rolling, and we're about to find out what would happen if an annoying loud customer won't keep it down in this newest edition of What Would You Do?
Yeah, no, it's just a good time to talk. Yeah, no, I'm in this cafe right now. Yeah.
The tension is building. Will someone confront this guy? Will they just tune him out? Or maybe, just maybe, there's a surprise ending. Oh, look, she's getting up.
Yeah, no, yeah, dude, she was at that club. Yeah, dude, I had to talk to her, and then she like ran away. What's up with that?
Excuse me.
Oh, hold up. Yeah, what?
Excuse me.
Yeah, what?
We're all trying to pay attention to what we're doing here, and you're being really loud. Could you maybe keep it down a little bit for us, please?
Why are you being so lame? I'm just talking to my boys right now. I'm on a FaceTime call. I'm talking to my boys. Why are you being so lame? You look ugly.
I think you're being really rude, and you need to just shut your mouth right now, or else.
I feel like you should go sit back down and enjoy your espresso, matcha, or whatever the fuck you're drinking. Anyway, yeah, dude, she was.
What did you say?
I was just saying, enjoy your matcha.
No, hold on. Wait, hold. I think you need to keep your mouth shut really quick, okay?
Holy fuck, dude!
I think we're going to have to break this. Ma'am, this is a TV show. Ma'am.
Dude, get this gun out of her hand, man.
Ma'am, I'm John Quinones with the TV show. What would you do? Ma'am!
And welcome back to Channel 6 News. I'm your co-host, Chad Wilson. And here with me is Barry Mediciner.
Good evening and welcome. We begin tonight with a critical update on the recent seismic anomalies reported across the region. Experts are baffled by the unusual readings, which suggest a pattern of, well, frankly, they don't know. Reports indicate strange vibrations and low resonant hum emanating from, well, everywhere.
Indeed, Barry, and the mystery deepens. Local geologists are reporting unusual mineral deposits, described as glowing sludge, found in various locations. Samples are being analyzed, but preliminary tests are inconclusive. Also, all the local chipmunks have started wearing little tiny tinfoil hats.
And in local news, the annual pie baking contest at the county fair has been postponed due to a sudden and inexplicable shortage of, well, pie. And also, did you hear that rumble just then?
I did, Barry, and is it just me or is it getting a little damp in here? And also, is that a support beam made of old railway tracks?
You know, your voice sounds oddly familiar.
Familiar? What are you talking about? We've been colleagues for years.
Years, have we? Or have we been trapped in this basement? Wait a minute. This isn't a news studio. This is a mine shaft.
A mine shaft? But the teleprompter. The green screen. These notes. They're written in my handwriting.
And these clothes, they're all the same. We're wearing the same suit, just as a slightly different tie. Are you me?
Are you me? We're the same person.
Okay, focus. We're in a mine shaft. We're the same person, and something terrible is happening. What do we do?
The notes. They say only the greatest news report ever can save the world.
The greatest news report? But how?
We have the report. With passion. With integrity. With the best damn voiceover in the world has ever seen.
Right. We need to inform the world. We need to expose the truth. We need to make them care about pie shortages and chipmunk hats.
We need to report on the glowing sludge, the seismic anomalies, and the fact that all the clocks are running backwards.
It's time for us to report the news as it is. Breaking news. The world is on the brink of something very mine shafty.
And we, your intrepid reporters, trapped deep within the earth, are here to tell you the truth. The whole truth, and what's the point? We're trapped here no matter what. We're never going to make it out of here. If my family could somehow hear this, just know I tried.
I think that the news story that we just listened to, that escalated pretty quickly there, didn't it, Mason?
Yeah, I usually don't listen to news like that. I mean, I don't really listen to news at all, but I know news don't do that. So I'm kind of confused. And also, is there like a squirrel on the loose? What's going on with that?
I'm trying to figure out whether or not their family was at risk or if they were in a safe bunker.
And there's something about a sludge. Is that some kind of like?
Also, was there one person or two people in that in the news?
Right, they sounded like two very handsome guys, but I don't know.
They were probably tall and attractive. I'd agree with that.
Tall and attractive, very buff, handsome men. But actually hearing that, I think being a news anchor would be a pretty fun job to do.
I think so too. I think just all you have to do is read off of a teleprompter.
Right, I mean, would you consider this as like kind of like a backstep of being a news anchor? Is this like a?
I think it's the quick way.
Quick way of being.
I think
a
it's
news anchor?
News anchors. They study their whole lives. They go to school. They go to college, and then dudes like us just swoop in.
Right, we just swoop in. We don't need to do any of that shit. We could do the news here, dude. I mean, who's going to stop us?
I couldn't even figure out how to use this computer 30 seconds ago.
Right, and I just don't know what the temperature is outside, so I don't I don't know anything about that.
It's not worth it.
Actually, yeah, maybe being a news anchor is not that great.
But we got more coming to you. I feel like so far this has been pretty good.
It's been a pretty good episode. But Shawn, I got two questions for you.
Okay.
And, I feel like there's very serious questions, and I hope we get some very serious answers from you. Are you ready for the first question, Shawn?
I can guarantee that there'll be answers. Serious, I cannot guarantee.
So, Shawn, first question. What's one ridiculous thing that you could wish for? And I'm not saying what's one thing like you could wish for, like $1 million or anything. What's one ridiculous thing that you have in mind that's so ridiculous that you wish for? Would you want me to go first on this one so you could kind of get an idea?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
So one ridiculous thing that I kind of wish for is I wish that the coffee I make at home tastes like the fucking coffee I have at Starbucks. You know what I mean? Because the coffee I make home is just terrible. It doesn't taste good. And I wish I could do better. And I don't want to buy a fucking factory of a coffee maker just to have a good, decent fucking iced Americano.
So we're gonna have to deep dive a little bit into this because I'm not a coffee guy, and you know that. I drink energy drinks, and I know you drink energy drinks too. But I haven't really gotten into coffee. But what's the difference between the taste at home and the taste that you get from, say, Starbucks or anything else?
That's the thing too, because
what does it taste like? What is it like burnt, or is it like it doesn't like the milk isn't as good? Like what is it, the coffee itself?
And that's the question, Shawn. That's the question. I wish I knew, and if I knew, I would totally fucking do it. But I know they have better coffie equipment, I guess I can say as me. But
yeah, because we got a Keurig.
Yeah, we got a fucking. It's like an off-brand Keurig. That's what we got.
I think we got it from a thrift store.
Yeah, it's bullshit, and I wish like it could just taste the same. I mean, that's just a ridiculous wish I wish for, and then something.
I don't think it's that crazy though.
Right? That's what
you just want coffee to taste the same universally.
Like fuck, dude. Like I don't want to taste like watered down coffee all the time. I feel like I'm not doing it wrong either because there's some days where it hits the spot. Like when I drink this, I'm like. That's what I'm fucking talking about. But most days it's like, fuck.
I think we need to start a coffee movement.
We do need to start a coffee
so we can
movement.
get the same quality of coffee that we get indoors, outdoors.
But speaking of coffee, did I ever pitch my coffee show idea I wanted to do?
No, what's the coffee show?
Yeah, I wanted to do. So I had this idea since I was a kid, or when I was becoming a comedian.
Wait, did you drink coffee as a kid as well?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Anyway, ever since I became a comedian and the love of coffee, I've had this idea of a show where I would go to different cafes or different coffee shops, test out their Americanos, give it a good review, and then afterwards I would pick a random person from the shop, do a roast battle with them, and if they win the roast battle, I buy them a cup of coffee or whatever they want at that
Choke them out, maybe?
Yeah, and I call it, in the show, I call it Coffee and Roast.
Ooh.
Right. I thought that was a good idea. I think that's a good idea. I'm going to try to start something up with that. Hopefully it goes good. Hopefully I make millions,
Yeah, I mean, because coffee, roast.
Right. I mean,
you roast the beans. And
honestly, dude, and I really hope nobody steals this idea because if they do, I'm definitely going to press charges. But, that's just an idea. But anyway, that's just a ridiculous wish I wish for. Do you?
Okay, I think I got something on deck.
Yeah.
I think if I were to be able to have one wish of anything ever, the realm of possibility is whatever, right?
Yeah.
I can wish for anything.
Something ridiculous. It's like
right.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I would wish for would be interplanetary tubes that can travel us between planets, not instantly. It'll take like 3 days for you to travel through a tube from one planet to another, but just to be able to go from one planet to another without having to go through the whole spaceship thing.
Right.
Like getting a spaceship, boring.
Right.
And it's going to take years to get to different planets in a spaceship like an idiot.
And is there any reason why you want to visit other planets, or is it just like a cool thing for you to experience?
I just think that America and the world is just. I mean, I'm ready to see more. I'm ready to see different stuff. Everyone's seen this stuff.
So you don't
here.
want to go to like Peru or anything? You don't want to go to like London, or you just want to go to a different planet?
Nope. Yeah, no, Peru? No thanks. London? No thanks.
So,
But Jupiter? That sounds kind of cool. No oxygen?
yeah, there's no oxygen. Once you land at Jupiter, that's it. I don't think you're going to see much there.
Okay, can I have a 2-part wish, or can it like
No, that's be a 1-part wish.
get the
buddy.
tubes and everyone can breathe on whatever planet?
Let me read the question again. What's one ridiculous thing you could wish for? Yeah, no, it's
2-part
just
wish?
it's just a
All right,
1-part
just
wish.
one,
I'm
okay,
sorry, but
yeah. Well, I guess I chose the tubes, and that's pretty ridiculous with no oxygen. Now that I have no oxygen, so I already chose, and I made my bed, and I have to lie in it.
You know what? How about this? Christmas came early. Let's do a 2-parter.
Ooh, okay. I choose for oxygen.
All right. So this is only for yourself, though. Oxygen for yourself.
Well,
No.
oxygen, like the planets have oxygen on them now.
all the
like,
planets
all
have
the planets
oxygen?
are
Okay.
oxygenated now. So now we have tubes that travel from planet to planet, and everything is oxygenated. Now, that doesn't mean that things are good. There could be other planet bandits.
Right, that's true. And
I mean,
also, there's no excuse now to go to Uranus. You know,
but also, when you go to other planets, and like say you're the only person there, so like there's tubes to every planet, but that doesn't mean there's people on every planet.
right.
If you are the first person to go to that planet, you can stake your claim on that planet.
Right.
And you can now say, hey, I own this planet.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably going to start a lot of problems. Maybe some intergalactic fucking warfare, but I mean,
Right.
You know what? Fuck it. Right?
But as long as they don't bring it to me, I don't care.
Man, and I would hope for that, Sean. You know, I want peace. I want nothing but peace, love, positivity from your end, but I just don't know if you're just honestly, I don't even know if you're like that greedy. I feel like you would just share the planet with other people.
Oh, me personally, I would share the planet. However, if someone came onto my planet, not my planet, don't mean to be selfish there. If someone came onto a planet that I was inhabiting with a gun, first of all, I don't know if I'd be scared because I don't know how guns work on other planets.
Right. You gotta make sure you think about that too.
Like think about the density, think about the gravity. I don't know like how bullets fly in different orbits and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'd be scared originally, but I definitely wouldn't want to stick around. Not at all.
You know what, Sean? That was actually a good question. That was a good answer. You know what?
Thank you.
Are you ready for the second question, Sean?
Second question coming up.
Second question. If you were stuck in the woods with a bear, would you try to fight the bear or ask the bear for advice?
So it really depends on what kind of bear we're talking about. If we're talking about a polar bear in this situation, I feel like polar bears are insta kill. But if we're talking about a black bear or a brown bear or other bear, panda.
And let me try to help you out with this too, because you hear how most of the girls would rather be stuck in the woods with a bear than be stuck in the woods with a guy,
Which is crazy.
which is insane.
That's
right?
wild.
But like, if you think about it, what the fuck does a bear have that guys don't? And how can we get that so that girls would want to be around us more?
Well, I think in that situation, and I'm about to get a little bit deep right here, a little dark, to be honest.
And I want you to, so.
I think one of the few things that women kind of are thinking about when they're picking a bear over a man is kind of the repercussions of like the way that men can be versus bears can be. So, for example, like bears, they can have a little bit of a prowess, a little bit of a sexual prowess for a bear, but for a person, when you're trying to portray that in a specific way, it can come off a little bit weird. And I think women see that through men versus they don't see that through a bear.
Right. And, you put it in a good, that's a good way to put it. So I would say, if you would ask the bear for advice, what would you think a bear would say to you?
Well, I feel like the advice that I would get from a bear would be more about like living in the wild advice. I wouldn't really get like tax advice from a bear.
No, for sure.
Unless
yeah.
like I ask a question to the bear and I'm like, hey bear, how do I start this fire? And the bear's like, I'm not sure, but I can help you with your taxes.
Right. No way. And I feel like the bear would be honestly, if the bear could talk to me, I feel like the bear would be just a good vibe to be around. I feel like the bear would be like, just continue being you. Girls will come around, man. Girls will be, they're gonna think this now, but in the future, they're gonna think of you as one of me. And I think that's what matters the most.
So to answer your question formally, I would definitely ask for advice. I wouldn't fight it. I wouldn't try to run.
No, God, no, yeah.
I'm asking for advice, and the one piece of advice that I'm going to ask the bear is, how does this crazy world keep going around? That's what I'd ask the bear. How does this crazy wild world keep going around, and you're just living your life, and I'm over here living mine.
I think I would ask the bear, why doesn't she want me? And then the bear fucking just gets up and hugs me, dude. The bear hugs me. He's like, damn, dog.
But the bear, like, when he hugs you, he, like, doesn't realize his own strength. But in trying to console you, he actually did the thing that he didn't want to do the whole time, which is murder you.
Right. And
when he holds you tight and he grips you with both arms and he screams to the heavens and asks God why.
And then it just gives a bear a bad image, because I feel like all bears aren't bad. You know what I mean? I feel like they're gentle creatures.
Now, can we clarify? Most bears are bad.
Oh, polar bears fucking just straight up killers, dude.
Also, parental advisory, I think we should say this here. If you see a bear, run.
Yeah, definitely run away.
Or don't even come near it.
First of all, why are you in that situation anyway? Why are you around a bear?
Who's in the woods?
First of all, what the fuck are you doing? Why aren't you just, like, around your house, like, doing a barbecue? What are you doing?
Get out of the woods now. If you're in the woods, if you're in the woods listening to this cast right now, get out of the woods.
Yeah, it's like you've never seen the Blair Witch Project, buddy. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
That movie, we used to watch that shit all the time,
dude,
and it still scares me to death.
No, when I first watched that movie, I thought it was real as fuck.
I did too. The whole, like, fake documentary thing that they did, I didn't even know that was allowed.
Right.
I thought that was genuinely fake or genuinely real.
Yeah, when I was watching, I was like, am I even allowed to watch this? This is real life right now. What's going on?
There's another movie like that, Chronicle.
Chronicle.
You seen that one where like the kids get the powers and stuff? I'm like, is this real?
It's like, why couldn't that be me?
If I could get powers just for a day.
Oh, dude, I want to say I would have become a villain because nothing really bad really happened to me. I feel like I had a good, I had a good childhood. I would use those powers for good, for sure, on my end, not for like other people.
I knew you would the whole time.
Right.
So I think those questions really came from deep down. I think those questions was soul food for me today, and that was a perfect way to wrap it up on the show today. We're about 45 minutes in. What else you got to say to end the pod?
I just want to say, make sure you guys are listening to our podcast on all platforms. That goes for Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, other casts. I can't really think of them right now.
Other stuff. It's on the link. Check the link tree on Mason's Instagram and my Instagram. Mason, what's your Instagram?
Mason X Comedy, and Shawn?
It's Spitfire Magic Dragon.
And I guess all I have to say is, this isn't us.
This isn't us.
Goodbye.